Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, please make sure that you make the things happen so you can get notified every time I drop a new video. So our setup for today is we're gonna have a go home show to our first pay-per-view, and hopefully I'll fit it in here, crossing fingers. Our first pay-per-view of the year, Genesis. This year it's gonna be Genesix, simply because it's gonna be our 6th Genesis in this game. And man, flip, I feel like this is gonna be big. This one is gonna be different. I feel like Genesis has always been that pay-per-view that sets the mood, right? It tells you like how the year is gonna go, you know. And looking at the history, I feel like this one is a decent pay-per-view. I think what I've been planning is I've been planning on recording like pay-per-views that feel important, then like random pay-per-views I'm just gonna like post on Reddit, right? So but I feel like with the I feel like with my save, like most of the pay-per-views are important. Like Genesix is important, I2I is important, Dissension is important, Champions Night is important. Basically 80% is important here. And yeah, but I'll see how I work around it. But then I've been planning on recording like important pay-per-views, and the random pay-per-views I'm just gonna post the results on Reddit. So yeah, this is how a setup will be. Like, I'm not gonna fill you guys on what happened in the past few weeks, because when I set up this stuff, when I book, I just basically like tell you everything. So there's no need to do like a short recap or whatsoever it is. So without wasting any time, let's get to it. I'm only gonna like show you the matches, and we're gonna revisit everything after, right? So what do we have here? What we have here is Baron Montag versus Troy Manning. We have the Colossus. Not the Colossus. We have the Leading Edge versus Derek DeRossi and Watson. We're gonna have a contract signing between Kwazikude and Brendan Judge. We're gonna have the Colossus versus Project Considine. We're also gonna have the last match. Our main event is gonna be Champions versus Challengers. A tag team match. It's basically what I like to do going into the pay-per-view. I like to like put the singles champions holders, did I say it right? Something like that. But then I like to put like the title holders together in one team and the challengers in one team, then have like, you know, like a crazy matchup heading to the pay-per-view. So that is what we have, and let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. So yeah, we have Troy Manning coming out to cut a promo. He's basically calling out Manu Savea and challenging him in a non-title match heading to Genesis. The plan here basically is Troy Manning wants to face Manu Savea, right? He wants to face him and end him right now and make sure that he doesn't make it to Genesis, because I think in the first week what happened is the King's Burning Hands came out, and the segment was Baron Montag presented Manu Savea as the new fire of the King's Burning Hands. He makes it official that Manu Savea will replace Alex White, who broke his spine in the title match against Troy Manning at Completion Battle Royal. The segment here was basically Baron Montag introducing Manu Savea as the new leader, or the replacement of Alex White, should I say that, of the King's Burning Hands. And Manu Savea wants gold. Manu Savea and Baron Montag want gold, right? So how we came here is Manu Savea called out Troy Manning and was like, look, if you don't want to lose another match, you'll have to face me first. You'll have to face me, because if you go on with that title and, you know, face other guys, I'm gonna interfere in each and every match you put yourself in, right? So that is what is happening here, right? So Troy Manning is basically answering to Manu Savea. He wants to face him now. He wants to destroy him now, so he doesn't make it to Genesix, right? So I think the other backstory you need to know is Manu Savea and Troy Manning. Well, what's happening here is that Manu Savea, there was a time Manu Savea was way popular. He was like the most he was like the superstar with the most fans at one point. But then the title gold, the title gold, the world champion. He has never touched the world champion. He was not featured in the world title. So that's like something to work around, right? Before Troy Manning came, Manu Savea was the guy. ASE Creative planned on pushing Manu Savea. Then I don't know what happened. They went with Troy Manning. So that is kind of like the foundation of this feud, right? So that is what is happening. And also Baron Montag decided to replace Alex White temporarily with Manu Savea because it feels like Manu Savea deserves gold, right? So we have that, and the challenge, what's happening here is that Manu Savea doesn't want to face Troy Manning. He's like, no, I'm gonna see a Genesis. But right now, I think you'll have to face the guy who will put me in the spot. You'll have to face Baron Montag, right? If you wanna face me, you'll face me at Genesis. But right now, you'll have to face Baron Montag. You don't get to touch me tonight, right? So we have that set up, and Troy Manning basically wins here. Nothing is going on. Troy Manning picks up a win. We have Raiden Tashiwa and Denserio versus Derek DeRossi and Watson. This one is just a random match to fill the card, but then it's kind of like also a build because these guys are in a feud, are in a tag team feud. So what happened is Derek DeRossi and Watson lost at Best of the Best. They lost at Best of the Best in this match. In the last video, you'll see it. They lost in this match, so they're basically facing another team. They're facing the Leading Edge, just to build momentum, right? Eric Considine, Porter gonna face the Colossus because I think it was first week. The first week we had a brawl that went crazy, and it led to this match. So the people who are next in line for the titles are Eric Considine and Porter because we had this match, the King's Burning Hands versus Eric Considine, Troy Manning, and Porter Jordan Porter. So we have that set up. Random match. The Leading Edge picks up a win. I gave them a win because they haven't been involved. Like they haven't been featured in a lot of shows, I guess. They're in this feud, and there's no momentum whatsoever. So I think them picking up a win is something. These guys already have something, right? So I decided to give them that. We have a contract signing. Oh my god, the story here is crazy. But then I'm gonna tell you what's going on. First week, okay, if you watch the last video, you will know that Brennan Judge was facing God Tsukuda, right? What was the build here? Okay, the build was basically God Tsukuda wanted his moment. He wanted his moment at Best of the Best, and he also wanted to be the #1 contender for the world title. Right now, the #1 contender is Brendan Judge, still Brendan Judge. So we had this setup, and God Tsukuda lost, and I think he lost via submission. He basically he didn't tap, he just went out, right? So what's happening between God Tsukuda and Brendan Judge is we have this feud that's brewing, right? I think it's, where do I go? Second week, God Tsukuda basically called out Brendan Judge. He was talking about how when he came to ASE, he looked up to Adam Sawyer and Brendan Judge, right? And Adam Sawyer told him that he shouldn't try to be Brendan Judge because Brendan Judge is not the guy. Adam Sawyer believes that Brendan Judge is not the guy he says he is, right? So this is because there was a time where Brendan Judge was feuding with Troy Manning, and ever since he lost that feud, Brendan Judge has not been the executioner, bruh. He has been avoiding a lot of fights, right? The Brendan Judge that doesn't back down. He kills everyone. But now, ever since he lost the feud with Troy Manning, he's insecure, right? He doesn't win via pinfall. He just goes for the easy stuff. DQs, anything, cheating, he's doing that, right? So, and the other thing Brendan Judge has is that when he meets someone who matches him these days, he doesn't like you know, like challenge. He doesn't like challenge himself and go like, you know, I can fight this guy, I can beat this guy. He avoids like a lot of people. He has been avoiding Aaron Brook. But I think him and Aaron Brook are in good terms because Aaron Brook is the one who's helping Brendan Judge win matches these days. He has been avoiding the other people. I can say he's been avoiding Spencer. He's been avoiding Spencer. He's been avoiding a lot of guys, right? Guys who can match him. He has been avoiding Tukuda, has been avoiding Yogi Balboni, has been avoiding Manu Savea. Basically the big guys. He has been avoiding them. Okay, Yogi Balboni is not a big guy, but he's a guy with a lot of fans. So he has been avoiding like guys that can, you know, go toe to toe with him or like stand a chance somehow, right? So that is what is happening. Guda was talking about that. Brendan Judge has changed, and it's not the Brendan Judge he knew, because him and Brendan Judge go way back. I think there was a time they fought for a title, and it ended in a draw, and it was a crazy match. Is it still here? I think it's recorded. They had a crazy match. This is the one. 2022. This is the one, right? So Guda was just upset that Brendan Judge is not the Brendan Judge he knows, right? So that is what is happening, and Brendan Judge is like, okay, cool. If you think I'm not the guy, you know, if you think I'm not the executioner anymore, let's go. Let's have one more match, and from there, I'm gonna show you that I'm still the executioner, right? Which is not. He's gonna cheat somehow, because Guda is like the best wrestler in the ring right now, right? So handshake goes in, and that is what is happening. The contract signing is nothing big. They don't like exchange a lot of stuff. It's just that I'll beat you. No, I'll beat you. Then it's finished. But yeah, we have that set up, and we have a match here. The Colossus versus Eric Considine and Porter Project Considine. This is not the build. The build is not much. I didn't even write the build. The Colossus pick up the win because I want to make it believable. You know, like I want to make it like, oh my god, Project Considine can't beat the Colossus. You know, because for the past 4 months, the Colossus and Considine and Porter have been going back and forth. So we have that set up, and what we have here is the main event: the champions versus the challengers. It's even funny that the champions are part of this. It's even funny because the champions are part of this, are in the same faction. Jinpao and Azofio are in the same faction, so they have like chemistry already, right? They're facing Garrett Grainer and Mike Mayhew. If you watched my last video, I did talk about Scott Ringer and Garrett Grainer going back and forth. So basically, Garrett Grainer in this situation is, they were even fighting for like this was basically was low-key a number one contenders match for the national championship. It was low-key a number one contenders match because Azofio is facing Mustafa again, right? So Garrett Grainer picked up a win, and we have that. So he's in this match. Mike Mayhew is one guy who challenged Jin Bao after fighting my new wrestler, who's been doing good actually. Who's been doing good. I think the match is 88 watt. 88 watt. They've been going back and forth, and he lost twice. So my new wrestler Penn Wilson is not a number one contender for the title. So we have this set up. Decent. I feel like it's a decent show, and I always tell myself that my weekly shows suck, but low-key I'll be putting in banger matches, which is kind of like funny, because like when it comes to my normal like weekly shows, like I tell myself that they suck. It's only the pay-per-views that like go crazy. And okay, the other thing I need to tell you guys, when you look at my scores when I'm in the situation like 93, 94, 93, just know that I'm focusing on new stars, because the new stars are the ones that are bringing the ratings down. If I wanted, I would have hit 90s. Just kidding. But yeah, this is our show. 92 minutes. Should we make it 92 minutes? Is it gonna affect us when we make it 92 minutes? Let's make this look like a squash match. Let's just like, yeah. Let's go into it. 100. Trey Manning 100 is hitting 100. Let me see his promos, because he's been doing promos for quite a long time. 4 million fans. He has a lot of fans right now, which is crazy. My biggest guy right now. Like, I'm so proud of Trey Manning. I'm so proud that I've invested so much in him, and it was supposed to be just a tag team wrestler. No, man, this guy is now the future. This was a great exchange, and Manu Savea is becoming more relevant. I did say that before Trey Manning was the man, Manu Savea was supposed to be the man. So seeing them have like so many fans right now in the same timeline is kind of like, you see something is happening. And this will be their first time. I think they will be fighting for the first time. So Baron Montague has not been involved in a lot of matches. He's just been doing promos only. So him getting in a match, okay, it's not bad. 73. I feel like 73 and 9 and I feel like 73s are not bad for a person who has 200,000 fans. So yeah, it's just there. This match exceeded my expectations, because I know that Watson is only a high flyer. In other areas is not good. Okay, Derek is good. Chennington Savea is good. Raiden is low-key good. He's low-key good, but there are parts where he can, So this was actually, his performance was even good. 72 for okay, yeah, it was good. It's basically the same performance my created wrestler Penn Wilson gives. So I think it's good. I think we can get away with that. Yeah, that's our show. And I think I'm gonna record the pay-per-view separately, so I can make it, so I don't make it long, because I know it's gonna be long. So this is it. This is our go home show. And yeah, man, how is this giving 95? This is scary. Okay, our main event 95. I hate how every time I record go home shows, my main events like disappoint. They don't hit 100. But then when I'm playing alone, it's something else. But our show was 95, which was not bad. Do we get gold coins? Oh my god, no gold coins. I'm actually mad. Let's see our feed. I think I'm gonna do like a separate video for the pay-per-view, because it's already 15 minutes. I think I've took so much of your time, but let me set it up right now. This is my owner codex. So our pay-per-view 2026. This is 6, please. So we have got Takuda versus Brandon Judge Part 2. We have, was this supposed to happen? This was initial, so we don't count these guys anymore. Because they're busy with something. So it's Project Considine. We have this. Why did I write Paxton Payne? I think I wrote this like first week of the month. I didn't know like things would change. So plans change, guys. Plans change. When you say for the world title, this one is gonna be nice. The go home show, I didn't finish it. I thought I'd put the Yubabun and Masato in it, but then I didn't. So you don't have to worry about the go home show. Blah, 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 blah. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna do the pay-per-view separately. I don't really wanna waste a lot of time. And that is what is going on. The pay-per-view is just going all in, guys. But this is how it's gonna look. Like Scared Greater versus Azofia. It's in a normal match, because I trust these guys to carry a match. So I don't really like need like a crazy stipulation to put Jinbao and Mike Mayhew. I don't trust these guys. I don't know what Jinbao has been giving me. Jinbao has chemistry with other wrestlers, which actually like scares me, which makes me like kind of like, be not so sure about his performances sometimes, because with other guys he gels well, with other guys he doesn't gel well. So what I normally do is have the cruiserweight or the national championship, the mid-card titles. I usually like have one of them in a ladder match. In this situation, I trust these two to rock like the ladder match. So yeah, do we have to set this one in a tables match? I think I need to change this one. Let me write to change this one, because I feel like, oh my god, I don't want to lie to you guys. Jordan Porter is so good in the ring, and it's something I've been overlooking. Look at him. Is it Porter Jordan or Jordan Porter? I always forget. Look at this. What's this? So I don't think we need to make this one a tables match. I think it needs to be a normal match. And I low-key want these two to win, because, man, the Colossus have been carrying the titles for too long, and everything doesn't feel the same. And them carrying the titles doesn't feel the same now that Alex White is gone, because I feel like it made so much sense when Alex White was like the leader of the King's Banning Hands. Now that Manu Savea is kind of like the one replacing Alex White, and Manu Savea is that type of guy who doesn't really need help, you know. So I feel like them holding the gold, it doesn't really make sense. And I've always wanted to break them up. So I can see Mohammed going for the national championship. I can see Danatus going for the world championship, and them just like separating and all when Alex White comes back or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, we have that. We have Brandon Judge. I'm planning on doing a tournament for the tag team. I think when the tag team titles change, I'm gonna do a tournament. I'm gonna introduce new tag teams, because the tag team division is slowly dying. It's only like 3 teams that are carrying it right now. So we have that. We have Brandon Judge versus Guadalupe in a hardcore match. I don't see any better stipulation. I still want this feud to go on, because I think I've already like set it like crazy. Is it here? Yeah, I've already like set it like crazy. It should be somewhere here. So I feel like it still needs to go. Probably one more match. The last match will be in a Dominus, because that's where like all feuds end, or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, that's how it's gonna be. And I'm also thinking of doing an interference here, where Aaron actually like comes in and helps Brandon Judge. You know, after Brandon Judge promised God to good that he'll be the old executioner that he said he'll be, or something like that, right? So I'm thinking of having an interference here, and end it via pinfall, because these guys have never had a match that ended via pinfall. So I can see it happening. Or let's just say submission, just for long-term booking purposes. And we're gonna have Manu Savea versus Troy Manning. That's how it's gonna be. These are not actually like the actual winners. I'm gonna fix the winners. I want to keep the suspense going. So this is how it's gonna be. I can see Manu Savea taking the world title. I feel like Troy Manning has beaten a lot of guys. Has beat like a lot of guys. And Manu Savea looks like the guy who can beat him. You know, probably Manu Savea and Spencer and Alex could be the only guys who can beat Troy Manning, and Colt can also be the guy who can beat Troy Manning. And yeah, I can see it happening. Man, I think I have also planned a lot of things with Manu Savea, but then that's for another episode. No spoilers. So yeah, guys, thank you for joining in. See you on the next episode. Genesix 2026.